Hello, beings. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me because I am next to some very fierce waterfalls. I'm at a spot called the Falls of Dockert. I think. I need to check that. But it's absolutely beautiful. Even though it's a moody, kind of gloomy day today, which very much matches my mood, deep in the energy of Cancer season. I my sleep has been really crap the past couple nights. So just for reference, this is Friday the 3rd of July, and yeah, the weather today is quite gloomy and moody. It very much matches my mood. And I've come to these falls. I think this is the Falls of Docker. I think it's called, but that could be wrong. Um, in a little village called Killen, which is kind of like Perthshire Highland area. It's really beautiful here. Super cute. The energy feels very old here. There's like an old mill over there. You can't see it through the trees, but there is like an old mill over there as well. And yeah, I've just come here to hang out with nature and let the element of water cleanse me because I have just been feeling so many emotions, so many. I've been coming into contact with past parts of myself that I haven't really been in contact with for many years, and there are parts of myself that were versions of myself that was grieving so deeply for my health and all the things in life that had to get put on hold in order for me to be able to live. um, and yeah, I'm just feeling a lot of sadness in my heart today. It's definitely not been an easy month with Cancer season. Um, yeah, I'm feeling a lot and just trying to go with the flow and give myself love through this whole process because it kind of feels like I'm feeling all these past parts of myself that I wasn't able to really feel the grief without collapsing before. And many of you, I'm sure, will be able to relate to that, especially if you have chronic illness. Fibromyalgia, especially, is just one of these conditions where, to me, like my understanding of fibromyalgia is that it's it affects all your energy bodies, but it comes from dis-ease within your emotional body. When you've not been able to process emotions or trauma or events that happen that really shook you, and therefore it gets stuck in the body. And even though I've been on this path now for about 6 years, there's it's interesting because it's like there's still a long way to go, but it's like what is the destination? Like what am I actually trying to achieve? And I think I've come to realize like it's just acceptance. That's all. It's not about finally being free of pain, although of course that would be great to be free of physical pain and fatigue. Um, but it has gotten a lot better. But like when you start to go back in time and meet parts of yourself that maybe weren't able to process grief and now you're able to process it, it's a lot for the body. It's really tiring, quite taxing on the system. So yeah, I guess I just wanted to express that and to say that, if you've been on a similar journey in your life, whether you've had to deal with illness or uh, chronic illness, losing your ability to do the things that you used to do and the things that like all humans kind of we just take for granted until we don't have them. And I think one of the hardest things about living with a chronic illness is like you can see people like talk about or post about when they've like felt really unwell or they've had an injury or they've had like um maybe they've been really sick and it's like they're like, holy shit, I was so unwell, like wow, this experience really took me through something. I'm laughing because it's like Yes, and for people with chronic illness, that experience doesn't end, you know, like it's every day. And I used to find it, and there's still a part of me that finds it really hard to speak about chronic illness because there's so much heaviness attached to it because it's a heavy fucking experience. It's a heavy life to live. Um, and it forces you to live a slow life. It forces you to live a life where you move at your own pace. And yeah, as much as I am softening into that more and more, it's still fucking hard. There's still days where, you know, I think about what could have been. And even just little things like realizing, like, just how much energy it takes me to get through my day and do things, and how much dopamine I get when I manage to get through my day and do the things. Um, but then the grief of, like, oh yeah, it's not like this for everyone. Like, some people can just be in a routine 24/7 and like look after their kids and make money and go to work and have creative endeavors and socialize, and so like they're balanced across all aspects of their life. And you know, for people that are living with chronic pain or chronic illness, it's really hard to stay on top of things. For me, I have to like focus on one or two areas at a time, and I find it really hard to give energy to everything. And I think another thing is just like I pour my heart into everything that I do, every experience that I do, whether it's like hanging out in nature or my work with clients or the relationships I have. Like, I give it my all, and I can't, that's just who I am. I can't change that about myself, but it also makes life tiring because I can't half-arse anything really. Hashtag ADHD. But yeah, that's just some truth on my experience. And if anyone can relate, you know, I'm sure you can. So just know you're not alone, because I think this journey feels extremely lonely and extremely isolating, and it is, you know. But I know that there's, unfortunately, there are millions of people that live with chronic illness or live with chronic pain, and you're not failing. It's not that you need to do more healing or you need to invest in the next best therapy. Like, I still choose to do these things because I'm an inquisitive being. Um, but yeah, like, you're not failing, you know. You're fine. You're perfect just as you are. So just know that, because we can get addicted to like the healing loop, um and like obsessive with, oh, if I do this thing, if I do this therapy, then like I'll be healed, you know. And it's like it doesn't always work like that. So hope that resonates.